Hey everyone, welcome back to the Planet Gaming Podcast. We're your hosts, Fireball,
King Pengu.
and yeah, today we're going to be speaking kind of about all the new games that are coming up, our opinions on them, and yeah, really not too much structure, just opinions of newer games, and yeah.
So yeah, no, it's it's expected stuff like Fall Guys and Among Us, but we'll each put our own opinions of the games we've been playing recently and the games we're excited for to come up. And
Yeah,
of course, we apologize for the 5 month gap in uploads,
yeah,
but
casual 5 months, yeah,
it hasn't been like really that like one singular thing to focus on.
yeah.
So yeah, no, but I hope this will be good. So let's start off with the newest kind of craze, I guess you could say, which is Among Us.
It is so
And
good. It is just that game, like, I love it way better than way more than Fall Guys. Fall Guys, like, it's fun, but Among Us, like, you have to actually have brain cells. I feel like Fall Guys, you can just get good at it, just do the same thing over and over again.
yeah,
But with Among Us, it requires brain cells, and it's not just the same thing over and over again. Like, it may differ. Like, obviously, you're playing with different people. Yeah, you get different roles, but yeah, I like it.
yeah, definitely. Of course, I think most people were introduced first to it by the numerous amount of YouTubers.
Oh yeah.
I got first introduced to it from YouTube, of course, and I think it had the most effect on YouTube just overall. Like, so many more collabs would have happened if just because how this game brings people together.
It's so collabable. Like,
Yeah.
that needs to be a word in the dictionary now.
Yeah.
Collabable.
Because you just argue each other in a an extremely fun way, and you
Yeah.
just yell at each other and accuse each other, but it's so goddamn fun, and no one
Great
actually takes it
content.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like people for hours just vote people out for no reason,
Yeah.
just 'cause they
Oh
feel
yeah.
like it.
The amount of TikToks I've seen of Fall Guys in real life, like it's just stuff like they literally see the guy kill him, but then they still vote the other kid out. Like, I don't know. I just love how how dumb people can be sometimes. That's what makes the games just fun. Uh, yeah.
Like, because public lobbies are so unintelligent, it's crazy.
Yes.
When you're playing with friends, it's like, oh, you're like voice chat, that's pretty good.
I haven't
But you
played
don't.
with friends yet, so I've literally just been playing the public lobbies.
No,
I've played
goddamn.
for like a few, like probably like a week now, and it's just been public lobbies. But I played one day for like 7 hours last
I
weekend.
swear to God, public lobbies are so unintelligent. It
Yeah, I know.
hurts.
Yep.
Everyone's just so stupid, and everyone's so like. It always seems like someone's against you, and they have no evidence. They never have
Yep.
any evidence.
Yeah,
They
and then
just say it's
just
you.
randomly green is sus.
Yeah.
It's just like, and what
Honestly,
evidence do you have behind that?
fuck it. I have done that so many times, but it's good to do in public lobbies. And I like
Yeah,
I respect the people who have like no evidence, not trying to convince. They just say it's red. I didn't
yeah.
see him vent. I just think it's red.
Convinced,
Because one
yeah.
time I did that, and he just was the imposter, and he tried
Yeah,
to
I
silence
did that
me too.
time.
He tried
No.
to silence me too by killing me instantly, and no one suspected a thing because I was the first person to die, and they also accused him. But I think we both thought I was joking, so you know.
After about
It's
6 hours of playing, I got bored of actually playing the game correctly. So the second that I could call an emergency meeting, I just called it, and then I was just randomly like, "It's blue," and then he's like, "Wait, what?" And then everyone's like, "Oh, everyone's voting blue," and then blue is the imposter, and I'm like being accused for hacking at the end of the game. Like,
no,
yeah,
no. I always say red's the imposter. I don't have anything against red players. I don't just it's always red.
What color do you play? I play white.
I have numerous amount. It's usually cyan or brown. Honestly, I think is it.
I mainly play white, but secondary choice is black.
Mm.
But then today I bought the suit skin with the top hat,
Oh.
and the white skin goes so well with it. That was $3, but I'd
Wait,
say
was
it's
that
actually worth it.
Was that on mobile?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because the
Is it more
suits
on?
the suits are free on desktop, but the pets or whatever aren't.
Yeah, I think the pets are kind of a waste of money, to be honest. But
Yeah, no, like
I mean,
you can
spending
kind
money
of
on
say the same on
Yeah.
suits, but you know,
Yeah.
it's like
You
that
can see more. Like it takes up more of your screen, so it counts.
yeah.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
also I think that's actually not the play on how to win because you're more identifiable when you have the suit
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
which I
Kind
think
of.
is kind of a detriment sometimes.
Yeah, I haven't really had that happen. I've only played a few games with the actual skin, but I mean, they're quite cheap. Like,
Mm.
and I've played the game quite a lot, like since I've gotten it. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely a good investment. I'm not gonna buy any more though. Well, I say that now at least, but
Yeah.
yeah. Overall, I like the game. It can be fun because some people are just so dumb. Some people are actually smart intellects at it. But then, yeah, it's just fun in general because everyone's just yelling at each other and it's fun and it's very collabable. My favorite word in the dictionary. But yeah,
Indubitably, honestly, indubitably.
yeah,
But yeah, no, because like of course the developers said they were working on Among Us 2 and then they didn't. Apparently they're not doing that just so they can put all just all their work into Among Us 1, add new maps, probably
I don't
maybe
like playing on the other maps. I
yeah,
I
I
played
know.
on one once and it's
This
just so confusing.
the
Just
Scout
keep
is
it
the
to
only good,
normal.
and the Scout is the only good one. I don't like the one in the air. Honestly, I think that's my
Yeah.
least favorite one. Just because of how confusing the layout is and how it makes absolutely no sense.
Mm.
Like, because you know, the lava one, you know, it's a bit confusing just how it's all like spread out. But I feel like there's enough open spaces and there's a decent amount of closed in places where you can hide enough and events are not all looped around so you can't escape instantly. Um
Yep.
like to the other
Yeah.
side of the map.
Yeah,
Um
the amount of times, like the most satisfying thing, and it always happens in the electrical building, just in the normal map, in the
always.
electrical room. You always just like go in a vent in another room. You just pop out, someone's there doing their electrical task, and you stab them and then get right back in. It's
Yeah.
so
I usually
satisfying.
didn't go an event to electrical, which I definitely should more. I just walk in there,
It's
stab,
yeah, no, it's fun.
teleport to med. There's
Yeah,
also a strat where if you're facing left, I think it's left coming out from medbay, you're safe. If you're facing right, you're not safe because if you're going if you're facing left, you've done tasks because all the tasks are on the right side when you turn
yeah,
around. Um, but if you're facing right, then the vent is on the right side from the exit. So that's
yep,
usually the strat, but it's also extremely lame.
yeah.
A lot of strats in Among Us are very lame, like
Oh yeah,
camping cams and but still, you know.
yeah. Overall, very good game. What's your opinion on Fall Guys?
I feel like it was a bit overhyped. Honestly, I feel like it was extremely
Yeah,
burnt
very
out.
quickly. Yeah, very quickly. Yeah, I totally agree. I think like yeah, it was really fun, but it's just like the exact same thing. Like once you know all the maps, once you've gotten a few wins, it just gets very boring. Like everyone was playing it. It yeah, just
Uh,
already dead, already forgotten about. Like what, less than a month from when it
mm,
blew up. But
uh,
I'd say yeah, it was overhyped, but it wasn't a bad game either. I
mm.
think like
I would say it's
yeah.
they definitely had something going for it to start, but then they
Yeah.
just didn't update it. Like for the amount of people that hyped it up, the amount of people who played it and just like burned out on the game, there just wasn't enough content added. Like recently, I've played and they've just made petty changes to the map, not even making it better, just making it
Yeah, no,
harder.
I noticed they added like a spinning hammer to the seesaw one. That's all they did. It's just a random spinning hammer that you can like boost yourself, but
Oh. No, in like Full Mountain there's a bunch of like the side to side kind of poles. And it's just
oh
like
yeah.
that doesn't make it better. It
Yeah.
just makes it a way more tedious. If the game
They've
isn't
just wanted
tedious
to tick off
enough.
their update for the week.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what it is, as long as they just get that update out, they're good. But
They had the map files, might as well just drag and drop this element here, drag and drop this element
yeah.
here. Done. New
Done.
game.
This week done.
Yeah.
But
After two
yeah,
months
overall
of
I
it being
think
good.
like lately it's actually been really good. Just these weird small games popping up. I genuinely really like Among Us. Like I really think it's really good. And Fall Guys, I still think is not a bad game. I just don't think it's up to Among Us. But mind you, in a month's time, I'm probably going to hate Among Us, and there's going to be a new game. But for now, at
Yeah.
least it's fun, and I like having that break of new games. So yeah,
Yeah.
and also another thing is there are new games that no one really asked for, but everyone loves them. Like,
Uh,
do you
yeah.
kind of get what I mean?
No,
Like,
no, no. Like,
no one really asked for them. I don't think. I think
like,
people ask for new games, but not them specific games.
like, no one asked for a new TTT game. There are enough TTT games, but Among Us is just different enough to where
Yeah.
it's like, because the problem with Fall Guys is it gets old extremely quickly. But Among Us, there's not too many maps, there's not too many tasks, but the people you're playing with makes a huge difference
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
gameplay experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
just maybe not a better design game. It may not be a community based game, but nonetheless, it's fun as hell. It's
Yeah.
just fun as fuck to play with friends, and of course, public lollies can be fun as well.
I'm actually looking forward to playing with people that I know because I haven't played the game with voice chat yet. And I've just been playing in the 0 IQ, 0 brain cell lobbies. Keep in mind, this is on mobile lobbies. I'm on North American servers, which the IQ of the average human just goes down another tad bit.
Absolutely.
But like just randomly, green is sus. Let's vote green out. Like, yeah. But overall, fun game.
Yeah, I know. But they definitely hope they do add more maps because I feel like the amount it's stayed for way longer than Fall Guys ever did and ever could really. And I feel like Fall Guys will still have a decent player base for a while, and I feel like it'll have a decent spike up next update, next big update.
Yeah.
Not just a few map
There's
changes.
actual content. Yeah.
And then I think it'll kind of die out. With still a few players, still a few decent amount of dedicated fans. But I feel like Among Us, once the YouTuber community goes up a bit, which will be it for a while, I think it'll have a fair shot. I feel like it'll kind of die down by then.
It will definitely die down, but it's just still it's a really good game.
It's also cheap
it's gonna
and free for how good it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I think as well, it's gonna be another great party game. Yeah, but
because everyone can just bring their phones, download it off there. Blue sockets if you have a laptop.
That's the good thing about. That's what another good thing about Among Us and Fall Guys. Fall Guys, I don't even think you can get it on Xbox still. You might, I don't know.
No, you can't.
But yeah,
not even
it's
on
literally
Switch, the party
only
game
on
device.
PS4 and PC. So it just doesn't make sense. Fix it. And I know it's not that easy, but you'd think that you'd be onto that. But Among Us, phone, obviously not consoles. However, everyone, you have a phone, you can play it.
If you have a console, you have a phone.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's on PC, so
yeah, I have a laptop.
Yeah.
Maybe not most people have a laptop, but everyone who owns a console,
well,
who
at
isn't
least
5 years old, has a phone.
Most people have a phone.
Yeah.
People have a phone is the point. It's a lot more accessible compared to a game like Fall Guys, which I think, obviously, Fall Guys also being a party game should definitely improve that. I'm sure they are. It's not quick enough because the game's already dead. But yeah, overall, I think 2 pretty good games. Among Us, obviously, better. But are there any other games that you want to talk about?
There's a new Mario game coming out with all 3 of them, but I'm not really invested in that. It's just a cool throwback to a few other games. And there's a few older games that I'm getting into. Stuff like the Master Chief Collection, which is being slowly released on Steam, and Payday 2, surprisingly. You probably haven't heard of it, but
I haven't. No.
it's just a fun bank robbing game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, casually
casual,
fun bank robbing game, but it is fun as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, those 2 games, I feel like I sunk a decent amount of time into. Fall Guys, I grinded a bit, of course. It was fun while it lasted, and it's still a good game. But
40 and then I just stopped. Oh, mind you, they have a season. I remember, I was probably on it few weeks ago, and it said 50 days. So I think when season 2 comes out, depending on like the scale of what their seasoning is in Fall Guys, I think that might be their spike that you were talking about. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. We can't really predict the future.
Some people complain about like, some people, like a few people complain about Fortnite being repetitive. And the fact that you drop here, there's a few enemies there. You shoot them, you build the same exact tower, but goddamn, there's way more variation than goddamn Fall Guys. At least it's got that.
Yeah.
Because that's just, it's not even
Well,
depending on the people you're playing
the
with.
only thing is Fortnite. It depends on who you are. If you're a competitive player, obviously it's going to be competitive, but you could just play casually and do whatever you want. I just think Fortnite at the moment is just like they're still like sure they're updating it and there's a new season, but like I don't think it's enough at the moment. Like they even released a new map like probably like a year ago now, and it's still like it got a bit of hype, but then it went down. So I think Fortnite to gain more popularity again. Not that it needs it though. It's like still way up there. Definitely needs a giant update. But yeah, otherwise I think I'm actually really enjoying these are the smaller party games that are popping up. And I think a lot of people are. They're definitely a good change. But yeah.
And I feel like, because these, I guess you could call, like, definitely call Fall Guys a fad, from what I can see now. Among Us, I'm guessing will be a very long-lasting fad, but a fad nonetheless. And then Fall Guys, a decent amount of people say it's a fad. But all of them still have a dedicated player base. And that's really all you need for, like, a consistent game. Let on YouTube stream it.
Keep in mind, like, there are thousands of games, right? But we only see the top ones. Like, even to be in the talks of, the average person, of the average gamer knowing your game, it's giant. Like, there's thousands of smaller games, like, just startup games that
Let me just check Steam real quick. Let me go to store. Let me just see how many of the latest release games there are.
Yeah.
Just,
but even to get in the talk of, like, the gaming community is giant. Like, whether it continues to be like that and you stay consistent.
Release date.
It doesn't.
And let's see how many I've heard of them. None of these. I've heard of none of these. Also, Menace to them released today, so I'm not surprised. But also, I've heard of not a single one of these.
Yeah.
And like, Fall Guys was popular possibly before it even started. Just from, like, because I didn't see any of them, but I think I've heard of like a few YouTubers going to like their events. So Fall Guys was popular like day one, even. It's so popular the server shut down.
Well, I'm pretty sure Among Us has been
it's been out for like 2 years now.
Yeah, because when I first started, I YouTube searched how to win as imposter, and there was a YouTuber it has heaps of views. The video called Shelly Snipes. If you're into not Fall Guys, Among Us content, I'd actually check that channel out. It's just a lot of good gameplay. But yeah, it like, I totally forgot what I was saying. I could not tell you what I was saying.
I'm guessing you heard that the video was like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, yeah, good point. It was like a year ago, and I didn't even know it was out for that long. Yeah, but
and it's only just for search. I don't know what caused it to search. Honestly, I don't know what like patient zero for Among Us with popularity. Because, like, I'm sure, like, they released it and then they just kind of forgot about it in a slough.
Yeah.
Just while they're making Hannah Sickerman collection. And then, like, as soon as it started Surgeons, they put all their efforts into it, I'm guessing. Because, like, they made new costumes, they put, like, not a bunch, but a decent amount of microtransactions in there. And then releasing new maps. They already planned Among Us 2 and then cancelled it. But I feel like, even though, like, Among Us, it's not like really you sink so much money into this, you sink so much time into this kind of game. I feel like Among Us 2 would just add to the complication of it, honestly. Having the fan base within 2 games will just be
already, like, they've gotten to the game, right? Keep in mind, it's been out for, like, 2 years now? And they've gotten to this point, so they haven't totally ruined it. So, like, it's just a matter of, while it's having the hype, is it going to stay consistent with updates? Are the updates going to be well received in the community? Just stuff like that. That's what's going to keep it alive. I mean, it's risky because they're going to have to make plays to keep it fresh and new, but
they just have to stay
consistent.
they also have to somehow beat the original map because
Yeah, which
no
is not
one
happening.
plays any other maps unless they just like
Well,
one round on each map and then straight back to the
the,
regular map.
see, the question is though, should they expand on the current on the main map, or
Absolutely
would
not.
that not be?
No.
See, I don't know, but they wouldn't change it too much. It would be the same style. You'd just have a few more rooms, maybe to the left side, because I feel like the right side is a lot more. I don't know. I
Mm.
just prefer the right side of that map, but
I feel like it's
I
less
don't know.
popular though. I get it. But I don't know. I feel like the original map, like there could be a few new tasks added, stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
tasks
there's
definitely, but the tasks aren't enough to like make an update. I don't think adding an extra task.
no. Because
Yeah,
then you have to implement it all maps. Because all maps have different tasks. Some maps have
yeah.
a goddamn sensor for whether going to north, south, or west. And then there's like some which a vital sensor. They're all
I
different in tasks, even not
Yeah,
just
I don't know
layout.
if this would confuse it, but maybe for when you're doing private lobbies, you could customize the map. It sounds very hard, but you could do some feature along the lines of that. Because then, like, you already have a giant choice of the settings. So then, if you also have some map settings and stuff, that might make it a bit better. I don't know. That
I
could
guess
be.
they could add
Yeah.
stuff like that in the
Yeah,
other
like,
maps to the original map, like laboratory and stuff like
well,
that,
you
because
could
then it could
even,
get
if you
confusing
wanted,
with the different ones.
you could even get rid of rooms or just stuff. Like, if you're playing with less people, you could even size the map down. It could be the same map, but you could just size it down to a smaller area.
Mm.
I don't know, just stuff like that, I think,
I
is
feel
what
like
they
that'd
need.
be kind of hard, but I also feel like they could definitely try and make a level editor just of the
Yeah.
basics. Like
Yeah.
which task are gonna be at this terminal, and then they place the terminal there, stuck into the wall, and then they just change the environment around it, and you choose what kind. Like, you choose sky, space, or ground, and then you just alter the layout from there. Really, because I feel like that could be a good way to change it up. But
Yeah.
still. We're going for about 22 minutes here, so I feel like it's time
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
end
Thanks
it
for
off.
watching. This wasn't really too much of a structured video. It's
Yeah.
kind of just talking all about any new game, mainly Among Us though. But if you're still here at this point in the video, thanks for watching. Let's see if we can try and get maybe 25 subs. I think we're at 22 now. But yeah, let's just I hope you enjoy. Make
Yep.
sure to leave a like, subscribe, and thank you. Peace.
See you.